Hey everyone, welcome to Coloring with Lorri. Giving me problems again today. Anyway, okay, yeah, it's fine. Says we're in the wrong rotation. Looks right to me, as usual. You know, they had it right for weeks. Now all of a sudden, it's back to telling me, no, wrong orientation. So hello everyone, welcome to Coloring with Lorri. It's Friday. Ugh. Anybody out there watching the playback, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching the playback. Just getting my second screen set up so I can see the chat. See, somebody's watching. Thank you for the like. All right. A rough couple of days around here. Find myself exhausted. It's amazing how tiring pain can be. But anyway, oh people, hi Kim. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Ugh. Bah humbug. Every day's the same. But hey. Okay, well, since you're here, this was the book you started coloring in, right? Botanicum. I can't see my screen today. Yeah, I was just chatting with Amy. I don't know, she might be having trouble getting on, because I said, she kept asking me if I was live, and I'm like, no, I will be in a second. So, I don't know if she's somewhere where she can't get a signal. I colored the bunny in 2021. God, my screen is so dark. I hope it's not that dark for you. There she is. Hey Taylor. Hi Amy. Welcome everybody. Happy Friday. You know, I had to do the little bat. I'm pretty sure I did that page you're coloring. I'm gonna flip through here really quick because I'll forget tomorrow. I'm almost done. I will finish the page in Leon's journey tomorrow. So I'll either, well, I might start both of them, Rooms of Wonder and this one. Ooh, I got a whip. Oh, that's watercolor. Watercolor. You know, I do use a lot of watercolor pencils in here. This paper actually takes watercolor very well. Yeah, this is the one you're doing. Right? I did it. I thought so when I saw you doing it. I did it 5 years ago, 2020, and I thought so. Look, I did blue jean shorts. Okay. It's all right. Well, we'll do the Rooms of Wonder. The straggly hair. Oh, thank you, Taylor. Yeah, my little bat. I didn't say that much, and I didn't say anything bad. I just said I was just chatting with her. She might not be able to get a signal, so. Yeah, I don't. Are you in a different time zone right now, Amy? That's what I was like. Oh, are you in a different time frame? I probably would have went on early today. My mom was, ooh. Okay, I will absolutely pick a page and I was looking through it today, and I'm excited. I miss Johanna. So, all right. So if you've been with me here on YouTube, I mention my Ozzy Osbourne quite a bit, and I'm sure if you have been on media at all, he passed away on Tuesday. I am stupidly heartbroken. I cannot believe how upset I am. I counted, I've been to his concerts over 20 times. Ugh. I know, Taylor. Yep. It smells like something is burning. I kind of been looking around for stuff and feeling plugs and kind of freaking out. I smell it again, and I'm in a different area. Yes, his daughter is pregnant, and her fiance, well, her boyfriend proposed to her the night of his farewell concert. I'm gonna work on houses, I think. Gonna start with a canary yellow on one of these back here. I'm not sure which I'm gonna zone in on, but we'll see. Yep, I think he's the lead singer. Amy, and more stuff's gonna come out about what a good guy he was because he tried to keep up that Prince of Darkness persona, but I read a lot of his books and a lot of readings from other people, and they actually said he's getting more of a tribute in Birmingham than Princess Diana did. And they want to name the Birmingham Bank the Ozzy Osbourne Bank. Yeah, if you look at like what they call the Black Sabbath bridge to Black Sabbath, the shrine that they have put there is absolutely incredible. I know, the next day, and so young, and that one's terrible, Taylor. The Malcolm, like, that's absolutely awful. At least Ozzy had an opportunity to live a whole and good life. That's yikes. But anyway, I had to give a shout out today for my Ozman. I'm still kind of in shock that he's gone, and I will dearly, dearly miss him. I wish I could play some kind of music. Some of his songs that are really hitting home now are, See You on the Other Side, Ordinary Man. He sings about not wanting to die an ordinary man. Well, he certainly did not die an ordinary man. So, but anyway, onward and forward. Okay, so canary yellow, and I'm using the sandbar brown for shadows. Thank you, View. Hi, View. You creeped in. I shouldn't say creeped in. You snuck in. Hearing me cry about Ozzy Osbourne. But yep. So I'm curious to hear like what Paul McCartney has to say, because him and Paul McCartney have been good friends for a really long time. But I can only watch so many of the things a day. But all right. Oh yeah, I was over at Kim's Live, Kim's Creative Coloring today. Check that out if you weren't there. Watch the replay. I missed you today, Taylor. You were on too early, but that'll give me something to watch tonight. Gotta finish watching MasterChef, and then I'll watch that. Sorry about the sniffle. Can't be helped. Yep. Chrissy, hello. Welcome. Oh, I've been crying. Taylor, I got tears dripping down my face. I did good hiding it, huh? Every time I mention his name, I cry. As I said, I am stupidly upset. I knew I'd be upset when he passed, but I didn't think I would cry like a baby, like I lost a family member. But I absolutely did. Yep, 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 yep. Shout out to Kim getting on that treadmill. Woohoo! Congratulate her. I'm proud of you. I used to do the treadmill all the time until my hip. I could run a 7-minute mile in my 40s until the MS hit hard. Oh, thanks, Chrissy. Appreciate that. So, oh, what color did I tell you? Blue Violet Lake. I do this house here. I'll probably still use the sandbar brown here too, because I'm kind of just, want to give, I don't want to say like a old, I almost said dingy, weathered effect, being that it's on the water. Probably have some wear and tear. Yeah, that was a rough one too. Thank you so much, Chrissy. I really appreciate that. Thank you to anybody watching and not chatting. I appreciate you all being here. The watches on the playbacks, the likes, the comments. I hope I'm answering the comments. It's kind of weird to find them if they're on older videos. It doesn't seem like you get a notification. I don't know. Any of you veteran YouTubers out there, is there any way to... You just got to go back through and look at every video periodically? I know the studio only shows like the last, 2 or 3 videos you did, so unless I go back through everything. I mean, I'm hoping I'm getting all my notifications, but it seems like sometimes, oh, I don't remember getting a notification for that. Like I said, I'm just doing the sandbar brown, just really light on the edges and stuff, just to kind of give a little bit of a weathered look. There's not a lot of space in these buildings, so they should go real quick. But trying to think what else. Yeah, I was saying my mom was crabby today. Well, anytime I confront her, then she's like mean to me for 2 days. The blue violet lake or the sandbar brown? The blue violet lake I gravitate towards a lot. I grab it for flowers. I grab it for all kinds of things. The sandbar brown I forget about a lot. Get that weird greeny brown. Weird greeny brown. I'd also like to give a special shout out to my mods this week. If you're not subscribed to their channels, please subscribe to their channels. Kim's Creative Coloring. She does a lot of coloring, and I would call them color alongs because she usually tells you what pencil she's doing and what pencil she's using and the colors. And then Amy Travels Colors and Crafts. She does all kinds of stuff. So if you're into crafting, card making, ATC cards, check out Amy there. Like these other people in the chat. Who else we got in the chat today who's got a channel? Coloring with Taylor Made. Definitely check her out. She just bought some new stuff, I guess. I need to go check that out myself. And of course, The one and only Coloring View. I have to look at her name to make sure I get that right. I think it is The Coloring View, isn't it? Nope, it's just Coloring View. Okay, no space. Capital C, capital View. Yes, definitely subscribe to my mods, though. Well, of course, subscribe, everybody. Support the community. Oh, now I gotta... Sandbar brown, okay. Oh, me too. I love doing wood. Imperial Violet, yep, that's the one I mix them with. Pale Sage. You're welcome, Kim. I'll try to remember every week because I should do that for you mods. It's my payment I can't pay. The one and only. Yeah, you know, it sounded good. But for one reason, I thought she had the in front of her name, so it made it sound better. You know, the one and only the Coloring View. So wasn't as dramatic as I hoped for. But hey. Yeah, Kim, you're I don't even know. I believe that was a Hannah Carlson book. You just finished that page. That page came out beautiful. Really, really like that one. Green, blue. I'm kind of feeling something purpley here. Let's do lavender. I don't think I have the new colors in here. You know, I love it too because Amy thinks she's on the live and you get like 20 comments from her and then she's like, oh, I missed the live. I think it's so cute. Lately, when I go to pop somebody on, it's like you're just ending. Like it switches from chat to comment. Like while I'm trying to say hi, I'll watch the replay. Goes from live chats to comments. Kind of funny. I don't know. YouTube's been really late on notifications. So I'm just going to continue to use the Sandbar Brown. Seems to be working good for the look I'm looking for. And I grabbed lavender. My detail will come in on these, like with the windows and the roofs and stuff like that. There's, like I said, there's not too much room in here, so... Sorry about the sniffles. So I know last time, I think it was last week, I didn't have any pages done for July. I finally finished 2. I will finish another one tomorrow. So I will get 3 in for July. So that's pretty good for not having any done last. And I may finish, if Mike will be quiet at night. I keep working on this. I still haven't got this stupid roof done, but I'm kind of playing with the water. I messed up my ducks, so I'm trying to bring those back to life. None of this is done, so this is all just based and in progress. I'd say the only thing that's done is these 3 rows, but I may possibly be able to get this done by Wednesday, well, Thursday. Thursday's the 31st, right? So might get 4 in for July. I'm getting there. So we shall see. Is the paper in Hannah Carlson the same as Maria Trolle, or is it better? Because I really struggle with Maria Trolle's paper. That's why I normally use a watercolor base. Your pencils today, when you were coloring, Kim, it sounded like you were coloring on sandpaper. My mom is like, "What is that noise?" Like, she's coloring. Is that a pencil? I said, "Yeah." So, uh-oh. Oh gosh. Hold on, guys, gals, ladies and gents. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Took you for a little trip. Thank you, View. I try. I can never do anything simple. I say, oh, I'm going to do a straight color, and the next thing I know, I got 18. My mom, page I'm doing now, my mom's like, how many pencils you got on the table there? I'm like, I don't know. I should have just took every pencil out of the case. I Raul? Not quite sure how to pronounce that. Again, Amy? Jeez. Hmm. I think you bought that fairy tale one, right, Taylor? Yeah, that was really tiny. The Hannah paper is better. Coloring. I'm okay. I think we need a green. A green, a green, a green. What kind of green? This might work. You're in India. Oh, we are all in the States. We're all in different states. I think we're all in the States. I guess I shouldn't speak, but I'm pretty sure we're all in the States. Kim might be asleep too, Amy, because what's horrible that you're falling asleep? It is. It's hard and scratchy, and it's got all kinds of lines in it. Ivy! Hi! Oh my goodness! You're awake! Yay! Amy Kim, wake up! She's awake. She's she's on it. You draw, Rose? Is that what you're saying? I do not draw. I just color. Coloring books, coloring books. Oh, what color was that, by the way? Sap green light. So, still using the sandbar brown for the low lights. Seems to be working good, given that, like I said, the sandbar brown is kind of a greeny brown, so it's kind of, just giving that little bit of weathered look that I was looking for. Yeah, I see Kim too. I see her. I see you, Kim. Maybe Amy can't because her eyes are half shut. I don't know. Okay. So, and I think too, if I start to checker these tablecloths, that I probably would not do all of that on camera. It might be kind of boring and tedious watching me checker, checker, checker. So I might just do one and get it started how I want it. And let you know. I know how I want to do these lights, but I want to go in and do a little bit of shading behind them before I do them. I kind of want to do like a bronze copper look, which I'm still kind of struggling with exactly how I'm going to do it. So I probably will end up mixing some Crayola metallics to get the look that I'm looking for. And this one is salmon pink. I think we'll do this one salmon. Very little house here to color. I see Kim too. 5:30 a.m. should be illegal. I agree, Amy. You know, I waitressed and worked many, many different hours, and 5:30 a.m. was not a time I could get up. If I was working like a morning shift, I had to get up at like 3:30. I had to open, be there at 5 because I cannot get out of bed and go to work at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Now get me up a little bit earlier and then I'm okay. So I worked a 5 to 1 shift for many years waitressing, and that was fine. Ooh, I like that color. I think I'll do this one over here, this color too, since there's just a little bit of it over there. Please stand up, Kim. Please stand up. Thanks again to those watching. Thank you for the likes. Taylor, do you have any pages colored in your Rooms of Wonder? I think I only have about 5 colored, so I should have brought it down here, but I did not. I didn't bring any of my books down here. Okay, what other color we need? Blue. Maybe a brighter pink. I don't want to do it right next to salmon, so we'll find a different blue. Well, let's go with that Imperial Violet. Why not? Okay, stay seated. I don't want you to either. Yes, that's how I am, Amy. You can't get, well, now I just stay up, so. Last night was the earliest I went to bed in years. And I went, I don't even want to say, what was it, 5:30 in the morning? Yeah, that's the earliest. I don't know how, like, I know my surgery is going to be at 7:30 in the morning. I don't know how I'm going to manage that. I really don't. I'd probably end up just staying up all night. Which will be interesting. That's a little darker than I wanted, but we can do a Parma Violet. Yes, and I miss her, like I'm up there coloring and I'm like, I really want to do a Johanna, and I'm peeking at my bed. I'm like, I really like Rooms of Wonder. I don't know. I think it's a really cute book. So, I know I have the mushroom page colored. I have the aquarium page colored. I have the bedroom and the kitchen colored. And one of the knick-knacky rooms in the front. That's about it. So broken pencil. We'll just get rid of it. My pencils have really been breaking. They're too warm. Even my polychromos were breaking. I guess this is a house too. I wasn't sure if it's like something hanging off the building over there, but I suppose that's a house. Yeah, I do, Taylor. That's what I was saying. Like I usually don't go to bed till 6 a.m., so I have to get up for surgery at 7:30. Like, I might as well just stay up and go half asleep. But it'll be rough. As I said, last night was the earliest I've been to bed in forever, and it was 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, I'm crazy like that. Oh, let's do this blush pink since it's just a little piece. I'm not really sure if that's a house or not. I don't know what this is. But it's blush pink now with some sandbar brown for, you know. Low light. Got all the houses. Make that little one over there blue. The blue violet lake. You know, I don't know if I've mentioned, I really don't like coloring water. Not good at it. I struggle with it. Did I put the, yeah, I did. Stuck that in there instead of the pink pencil, the sandbar brown. So I'm kind of glad that we've chosen a couple of pictures with water because it gives me an opportunity to practice. And see what I can do with it. Hopefully get better. Some of the books, like the Fogarty books, I'll put the glossy effect stuff on it. Mineral orange. But I don't think this paper would hold up to that very well. I have used Inktense in here and it gets really wrinkly, so I think with the heavy glossy, did I say what color? Yeah, mineral orange. I think with the glossy gallery glass is what I use, I think. It's kind of heavy on the paper. So, I don't know, might be worth a try though. Could be fun. Could be fun giving it a try. Okay. Good night, view. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the watch. I think you did a live earlier today too, didn't you? I gotta watch you. Goody, I got lots of stuff to watch tonight. Taylor, these flowers down here that you did on your page are just popping off your page. They look so good. Like you did such a good job. I really want to do this lighthouse orange. Can I do this lighthouse orange? Let me see. Let me go real light first and see how... Oh yeah, we can do orange lighthouse. I feel like it needs to be seen, right? I know they're usually white, but... this was going to be orange. Orange and red, maybe. Maybe some red. I do have Wayne Costello. You use that on water? I actually have one I've never opened before. And then I have one that I fight with all the time because the top came apart, so every time I try to open it, just the top comes off and it doesn't open. It's extremely annoying. Thank you very much, View. Appreciate that share. I'll get you too. Because you forgot. Oh, that's hilarious. You're welcome. Yeah, when I look at your page, I can't stop staring at them. They're definitely like your, you know how they say, like a focal point of the page. They definitely pop. All right, maybe I'll try that. I never thought of that. Okay, night night. I'd sing you a lullaby, but I might get a copyright. Plus, I would probably keep you awake. You'd be like, oh my god, please stop singing. I am going to add another color in there to blend that orange because I don't like the harsh line in there. So I did, what did I do? What did I do? Orange. That was just orange. And then the crimson red and the Spanish orange I'm going to use to blend it in. So yeah, I'll probably be spending my week listening to all the tributes for Ozzy. We'll see. Okay. Roofs ahoy. Do I want all the roofs the same? I don't know. Amy, you're rubbing off on me. Get me all over the place. Now I want to color the treetops because I don't know what color I want to do the roofs yet. The roofs. The roofs. So I'm going to grab dark green. I'll do the top of these trees with the dark green. I think this is a tree. It is now. Then this one here, I'll do like, if you're coloring the page, you know what I mean. There's like little wigglies in here. So I'll do every other wiggly the dark green. Ooh, there's a tiny little house back there. Dark green on top. And, you know, my old faithful apple green to blend that down. Looks like we have some mountains and some grassy land back here. This is really tiny back here. If you wear glasses, put your glasses on. I don't even wear glasses, but I think, can I borrow somebody's? Because this is tiny. That little house is so small. I didn't even see it. Ooh, my hands are cramping already today. Well, you know, I did color a lot today because I did a lot in the kitchen. Yesterday, I had to do a bunch of stuff I've been asking Mike to do for 5 weeks that he wouldn't do. So I pushed myself way beyond what I should have. Boy, did I pay for it. My legs are killing me. But... Hi, Jessica. Thanks for coming. Nice to see you. I've been watching lots of kitty cat shorts. I didn't want to comment on all of them so you'd have 1,000 things to answer, so, but giving you lots of likes. Your cats are big. All right, I need a brown for these tree stumps. Oh, what did I grab? Light umber. Should have known. And I'm going to get something darker to do. Just a line on the little, like, tree leg edges. If you're coloring along, you know what I mean. But I grabbed dark umber and light umber. Can't really see it, especially on camera, I'm sure. It's just, these are so tiny, guys. It's like the size of my pinky nail. So, just a real quick color in there. Okay. You know, I was going to ask you about that. How many litter boxes do you have? Summer and mango. I don't know if I've come across those because the ones I've seen are pretty big. Okay. What color do I want to do that little tiny house back there? It needs to show up. Maybe that, grab lilac. Not quite the same as lavender, but pretty much. And a little bit of the sandbar brown. Alright. There's another tree or bush or something here. Ooh, hand cramp. Couldn't even grab that pencil. Ah. So anyone coloring with me tonight, or y'all just half asleep and listening and cleaning kitty litter boxes? And what a fun Friday night job. That's probably half of your life's time, huh? Every couple hours. Good, I'm glad you like them, Ivy, especially since you bought them to color along with me. This is the Village Charm. So, oh, I forgot, yeah, you were getting these books to color with us. So this is the page we're doing in Village Charm. And like I said, it'll be a few more weeks for me. So if you're, I color kind of slow. So if you're, this is the one I only color this one on Fridays during live. So it gets colored about an hour and 15 minutes a week. So it'll take me a while. Then, so I consider this like a color along. And then this is like a buddy color out of Wish You Were Here, which Kim picked this picture from Kim's Creative Coloring. And we're working on this picture out of this book, which is like a buddy color. So we all do it at our own pace. And then when we get done with this one, we pick another buddy. And when we get this one done, we do another color along. So that's the two we're doing right now. And of course, you can do them both. Or, you know, however you want to do it. That's quite a few. 8. That's a lot of kitty litter boxes. Okay, Kim. Thank you. Yeah, because I think I already lost Amy. I think she went nighty, nighty, night. Okay, since I have the sandbar brown out, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit on the bottom of these mountains in the sandbar. Actually, no, I'll go all the way up to that top white part. When I see mountains like this, I always think like a snow cap. Because when I went into California and we were down on the bottom, it was like 100 degrees. And then, you know, you go up in the mountains. By the time you get up in the mountains, it's snowing. It's really interesting. I got my other browns out. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and use these dark umber on the bottom. Go up. Lighten my touch as I go up. Darker touch on the bottom. You guys see what I'm doing? Ugh. Bring it up into a lighter touch. I don't know why my camera's way to the left today, so I'm like not in my usual spot. Maybe that's because I knocked it over. No, it looks like it's still sitting. It's got to be the angle. I'm just going to do this with all 4 of them. Do a very little bit of the light umber, but I want to go even lighter than that as I get to the top. Right? Yeah, that's like having kids. I don't want to get up and feed the baby, but I gotta. It's like me taking care of my mom. I tell her all the time, I don't want to feed you today. I don't feel like cooking. I'm sick of cooking twice a day. I used to love cooking until I had to do this. This is the light umber. And just, I'm going to go up very little bit because I want to get that even lighter towards the top. But I want to blend in this dark down here first a little bit. But yeah, my mom can't really eat and Mike's been nice. He's been cooking for me so I don't have to cook twice. Because usually I would cook for me and my mom, and then he would cook for himself because he's not a casserole guy or a vegetable guy or, you know, doesn't like cheese and anything. And he eats like a kid. He eats hot dogs and sausage and sandwiches and spaghetti and yep. All that cooking's quite a bit. Cause I don't know these like parents that cook different meals for all their different foods. All their different kids, different foods for their different picky kids. Gonna use a little goldenrod in here. So the dark umber, light umber, and goldenrod. Blend all those browns together. Still not going into that white cap. I'm gonna put a little gray and white up there, I think. Is what I'll do. Yeah, I don't know. They're really spoiled these days. You know, we didn't eat what we got fed. That was that. Oh, we're gonna have the pencil breakage today, huh? Thanks again for all those watching and not chatting. Appreciate you being here. Thanks to any new subscribers that are here watching. Give me a like, please, if you haven't. As I say, for no other reason other than it makes my heart happy. Also lets me know that you like what I'm doing. You know, if you have any suggestions for improvement that I can accommodate, I'd like to try. I think the only one I've really had is putting color names on the screen, which, for one, I absolutely have no idea how to do that, and for two, at this point, I don't have the time to do that, so I'm not even sure if you can do that in a live, so don't know. I wouldn't even know how to do it in a video, so I'm sharpening a pencil over here, so sorry. And my sharpener was full. So, emptying that up. You know, it's amazing, like, I only use this thing for the hour that I'm down here. It's like I fill it every week. I remembered to empty it last week before I came on, but I forgot this week. I got a little behind. You know, I was ahead and I was taking my time. Normally I start getting ready around 11 to stream, and today I started at 10:30, so I was la da dee dee dee, and next thing I know, I'm like, oh my gosh, I only have 10 minutes. I don't know how that happened, but, you know, I think every day I move slower and slower with my hip, so gonna have to get a new little goldenrod. He's pretty tiny. Yes, I don't know if you ever do these for a mix. It's a good brown mix. The dark umber, light umber, and goldenrod brings in the... It's a very earthy brown, I think. Actually haven't done it in a while, kind of forgot. And do that light bulb yellow too while I have this out here. I'll go back in with that mineral orange on top of the White House, just on that bottom. Okay. Blend these all in. Oh, it's going to be out of frame. Let me push that back over. Oh, thank you very much, Jessica. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's why kids are so spoiled. Well, that's a good idea. At least you gave them a choice. Have a sandwich. Okay. So, 20% warm gray on the very bottoms of these tops. Top of the mountain. And I think I'm actually going to use a little bit of a blue shade, a powder blue rather than a white, because I think I'll just lose the white up here. I have to go back in with a darker gray. That didn't give me the contrast I wanted. So, let's grab 50% warm. Darken that line. I am pushing kind of with hard pressure here because I'm not going to do too much blending. Just a little bit of contrast between that top and coming right off the mountain. The mountain. So that was 50% warm gray and powder blue. And I did have the 20% warm gray base, but you could probably skip that. Okay. I will do. Alrighty. There's some kind of little building down here too. I'm just actually going to put this mineral orange. No, I'm not, because that's going to clash with that pink. Let's do the lavender. Come back and get all these roofs. Let's do this grass real quick, though. That should be quick. And then we got all that stuff done, right? I'm going to do a very light base of grass green. And all these mountainy thingies back here. That little house is crooked. It must be on a hill. That was probably a roof, but oh well. And that, I think, is road. So we'll leave that. Okay. Nobody else coloring with me tonight, huh? Looks like everybody's falling asleep. This is the peacock green. Come in, do a little texture. I'm just going to kind of tap this in. Not quite a flick like you do with hair. Kind of like little V's. You won't really see this when I'm done, but I don't want the solid color on. So I'm not really doing this to get the look of grass, just a look of texture. That makes sense. I hope. So, I don't know if my, Ooh, time to buy a coloring book. That's always fun. Okay, good. Yeah, a lot of people are going back to Crayolas. And, you know, if you're talking to Crayola pencils, some of the colors are really nice. They're just a struggle to work with. Be kind to your hands. You know, one of the colors I use all the time I had down here, I must have took it upstairs because there's like no color in any other set. It's kind of a goldy, greenish, bronzy color. The Creative Haven line of coloring books are reasonably priced. A lot of these Teresa Goodrich's we recently got for like $4, $5, $6. But you know, you can also go to the dollar stores and stuff and get cheap little dollar coloring books too. So put some apple green. Kind of gonna blend out the grass green and the peacock green with the apple green. And that should give us our grass. If you haven't noticed, this apple green is my absolute favorite green color. Try to pull other greens and they always seem to go back towards it. I'll probably put in a little bit more of that peacock. Yeah, my hand is killing me today. Did last week too, didn't it? Pushing too hard, pushing too hard. It's disappeared. Did a kitty take your book to color? Yeah, less than $5. See? You can't beat that. And I mean, the paper's not great, but it's not horrible. It's definitely not Amazon paper, so that's a plus. And for $5. You know, think about that. You color one page and get a couple of hours entertainment. It was worth $5. It's the way I look at it these days. Everything's so expensive. This is my hobby, so I don't get upset when I don't color in the books anymore. I colored a couple pages. I got my money's worth. But I am really enjoying working in these Teresa Goodrich books, so I think this was a good idea. You know, they always seem to get left behind. So I think it was good to bring into the coloring community as a, you know, an ongoing don't know what you call it. As ongoing coloring. I'm going to darken up these trees a little bit just so they come off the grass. All right, let's do roofs. Roofs ahoy. I think I'm just going to stick to maybe a gray, probably a darker blue. Try one and see. I'm going to grab that Indothrone blue, PC208, and a cool gray. I think 50 will probably, yeah, we'll do 50% cool in that gray. They're under the bed coloring. I'm sure Ivy got them on Amazon. Did you get the creative books on Amazon, Ivy? So I'm going to put the Indothrone blue down first. Kind of where she's got like the shading lines. Can I bring this down some? You can still see. And then the 50% cool gray. Yeah, I think I'll just do that for all the houses. The PC208 cool gray. Yep. Yeah, I know a couple that I got were like $4.29 or something. They went on sale really cheap. I think when she starts doing new books, she sells her old books cheaper. Because this house is blue, I'm gonna bring in some, I'm gonna gray this out a little bit more. I'm gonna put in the 70% gray and really darken that up. And blend it back out with the 50%. Probably only add that to this house, this blue house. These other ones, it won't happen because they're not blue. So back with the PC208. Now I always struggle with the darker blues and Prismacolors. They just seem like the wax is different. I say that about the reds too, so I seem to just struggle with Prismacolor reds and blues. $3.99. Wow, Chrissy, that's a fantastic deal. Thank you, Ivy. So when people return books and they're not colored in, they discount them at Target? That's interesting. That's good to know. I haven't really heard of people buying coloring books at Target. I have to figure out why this frame is so to the left, because it's hurting my back coloring like this. And it said I was in wrong orientation again today, which I'm not. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube some days. It was perfectly fine for 3-4 weeks. That was driving me nuts when I posted the picture that I didn't darken the bottom of that thing up, so I'm glad I remembered to do that today. Yeah, that was one thing there I wanted to darken up, and the side on here, and I went back and I missed a piece here. I'm just gonna shove in some rosy beige over here because I totally missed a brick. Nobody will know. I don't even know if that was the right color, but it works. So yeah, when I get off here, I'll probably watch some more tributes to Ozzy and shed a tear or two more. Oh, online. Ooh. Yay, Jessica. Woohoo. Coffee break. Okay. We're just gonna finish up these roofs. It took a lot longer today than I expected it would. Oh well. Taylor will be yelling at me tomorrow. Not yelling. And you know I'm teasing Taylor. I know you're just teasing me. I have to keep my hand is not doing real well today, so moving a little slower. It seems real stiff. I don't know. I'll put this blue down on a few of these. We'll do production roofs. But yeah, I think that looks good. That's some more color pop back there. These are really tiny. It is kind of a big portion of the page, a big portion. Yeah, it's a little third of the page over here, which you did in a whole hour. Oh, that's funny. Wow, I haven't had a Hot Pocket in forever. Mmm. Yeah, you can use them to practice techniques. That's always, a good way. Color combinations and stuff like that on pages that you don't like. I don't know how you can color with all those kitties climbing around. Well, you probably can't without them climbing around, huh? Gotta try to figure out how to do it with them climbing around. I did watch the one video where you tried to color the truck. It was a VFW van or something. VFW. VM. You know what I mean. Volkswagen. Boy. Okay. Because I did that one building yellow, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the, just putting the 50% gray up on the chimney. Little sandbar brown. But these are so tiny, they're not getting any 50% gray for the chimneys. These things are tiny, tiny. Couldn't even fit a second color in there if I wanted to. I'm kind of seeing this as like some kind of stand or something. So I didn't want to. I was thinking green, but because of all the green over there. Yeah, a craft room might be a good idea. but you'll probably have lots of meowing on the outside. Maybe a little difficult to get any detail over here. Again, just really small. But let's say it's like a, the restaurant has a little to-go place over here where the boats can pull up and get food. That's my thoughts. So we'll match the restaurant. And then my, any one of the light blues, powder blue, sky blue. This one's powder. That kind of looks like a window. None of this is really going to show. Like I said, these things are so small. Not really sure how to get any kind of, you know, out of that yellow. Those balconies. I have to take a closer look and see what I can do. This is just the canary yellow. Do some of these windows. The lighthouse would definitely be lit up. I'll do this one here with the canary. Might have to black out the ones on the yellow house or blue. I think those are doors. There's not even any room in there for windows. Okay. What color boat shall we have? It's not really going to be a whole lot of green. Green and blue. Not quite sure how to do this walkway. You know what? Yeah, let's do it 70% warm gray. Go towards the edges. And there is a line over here, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in solid with the 70% warm gray. Bring it out around the edge. I assume this is just like a see-through fence. Just going to color that in solid too. Not really clear what this is. Maybe the boat dock. Kind of hard pressure there, just, you know, to get some good color down. And then come in with maybe a little bit of the 50%. Kind of smash that out a bit. This is crazy how I have to sit to color in this today. This angle is not good. I have to try my camera on the other side because I don't know why everything changed this week. Yeah. Meowing, crying, and door scratching. That must take a lot of treats. Yeah, they're so tiny. They're just tiny little squares. Can't even see the window. You know, she just drew little lines on them. She didn't even draw actual windows, so there's nothing to color. Yeah, I'll have to put a blue in those, I guess. Well, that's what we'll do. Powder blue. I Kind of feel like these are doors, but they might be like door walls going out onto the balcony. So for now, I'm going to put the powder blue. I think the rest of that balcony would just actually be yellow because it's a fence. So we would see through it, right? And I'm also going to use this powder blue to blend those two grays in down here. And then we get our little sidewalk. Dock, whatever it is. Riverfront walk. Kind of hard to tell the logistics because it's flat and it's teeny tiny. I usually start at midnight Eastern time and like end right about now for like an hour and 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And Mike is home. I don't know if Taylor's here. You here, Taylor? You got your scarf this time? Yeah, he's home. So I do have to say goodbye. So again, thank you for everybody who is here chatting with me. Thank you for everybody who is watching. Thank you for the likes. And we'll see you again next Friday. Midnight. Same time, same place. Midnight Eastern time. Good night, Kim. Thank you. Bye, Jessica. Hey, Kitty. Thanks for being here. Good night. Night, Chrissy. Night, Taylor, Amy. Anyone watching that wasn't in. You, if you're still awake. Thank you, everybody. Take care. See you next week. Oh, hey, Wellness. Good night. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm done. It's like an hour and 15 minutes every week. We'll see you next week, Eastern Time, midnight. Bye.